You are sleepwalking, aren't you? Stumbling through your completely predictable, boring little life. You walk around completely blind, bumping into walls, desperately wondering why the world never seems to work the way your parents and your teachers promised you it would. They sold you a beautiful little fairy tale, didn't they? Be a good person, play by the rules, wait your turn, and the universe will magically reward you with a little gold star. But you keep getting played. You keep getting manipulated. You keep getting your heart broken by the exact same type of people. And you sit alone in the dark, crying, asking the universe, why is this happening to me? Do you want to know why? Do you want the terrifying, ugly little secret that makes the whole joke make sense? It is because you are missing 7 pieces of the puzzle. 7 little psychological shifts that the people at the top use to control the people at the bottom. And I must warn you right now, once you see the world through this highly specific, unfiltered lens, you can never, ever go back to being a nice, comfortable, ignorant little pawn. You are going to become dangerously smart, the kind of smart that makes people physically sweat when you walk into the room, the kind of smart that makes you completely immune to their pathetic little magic tricks. If you want to stay innocent, if you want to keep believing in fair play, stop listening right now and go back to sleep. But if you are ready to wake up, let us play a game. Let us start with shift number 1. The grand, hilarious illusion of the human mouth. People do not mean what they say. They simply do not. You listen to their dramatic promises, their tearful apologies, their beautiful, sweeping declarations of absolute loyalty, and you actually believe them. Why on earth would you do that? Words are incredibly cheap. Words are entirely free. Anyone can open their mouth and let hot air fall out. Words are just meaningless little vibrations designed entirely to manage your perception of them. They tell you exactly what you want to hear to keep you docile, to get what they want, or to just make you stop bothering them for 5 minutes. Stop listening to the noise. If you want the truth, the cold, ugly, undeniable truth, you stop looking at their mouths and you start looking at their hands. You watch their behavior. Someone says they deeply respect you, but they constantly ignore your established boundaries. The behavior is the absolute truth. The word is just a cheap mask. Someone promises they will never hurt you again, but they do the exact same thing next Tuesday. The action is the reality. The promise was just a ghost. When you stop believing the fairy tales people tell you and start strictly grading their physical actions, manipulators completely lose their power over you. They realize their little verbal magic tricks do not work on your mind anymore, and it absolutely terrifies them. Now for shift number 2. This is the one that completely shatters their fragile little egos. Everyone, and I mean absolutely everyone, operates from a baseline of self-interest. Oh, I know how much that hurts your feelings. You want to believe in pure, selfless heroes. You want to believe that people sacrifice themselves simply because they have fundamentally good, pure hearts. It is a beautiful bedtime story to help you sleep at night. But peel off the thick mask of human morality and what is hiding underneath, the raw, beautiful mechanical calculation of survival. Like a starving dog looking for a bone, even when someone is being extraordinarily kind, they are getting something out of it. They want a good reputation, they want social leverage, they want a feeling of superiority, or they just want to avoid feeling guilty. It is always, always a transaction. And this is not a tragedy. It is just a mathematical formula. Once you fully realize that every single person walking this earth is secretly asking themselves, what is in this for me? Human behavior completely stops being confusing. Betrayal is no longer a massive, unpredictable shock. It is just a logical shift in their self-interest. They didn't choose to hurt you. They just chose to help themselves, and you happen to be standing in the way of the punchline. Stop expecting unwavering loyalty where there is absolutely no mutual benefit for them to stay loyal. Accept the math, and you will never be blindsided again. Which brings us to shift number 3. The biggest, most hilarious joke modern society ever told you. Fairness. Fairness is a complete and total lie. It is a fabricated concept invented entirely to keep the sheep waiting patiently in line for the slaughterhouse. You sit there, working so incredibly hard, following all the little instructions, crying in your car because the promotion, the money, or the relationship went to someone who didn't actually deserve it. Wake up. The universe does not care about what you think you deserve. The world does not reward hard work. A machine works hard. The world rewards leverage. It rewards perfect timing. It rewards the people who are ruthless enough to simply reach out and take exactly what they want without asking for a permission slip. Stop whining about how the system is rigged against you and start learning how to play aggressively on a rigged board. The people at the top of the food chain know the game isn't fair. They are counting on you to keep waiting for justice while they actively manipulate the outcome. Fairness is a comforting illusion designed specifically for the weak. Reality belongs exclusively to the strategic. The moment you stop expecting the world to hand you a prize for good behavior, you immediately become the most dangerous person in the room. Let us move to shift number 4. The rules. Oh, the precious, sacred little rules. The rules do not apply to everyone. Did you genuinely think they did? There are rules for the powerless, and there are rules for the powerful, and they are not the same rules. Regular people obey the traffic lights of life because they are terrified of the consequences. They pay their taxes, they wait their turn, they apologize when they bump into someone on the sidewalk. But the people at the top, the architects of the game, they view the rules as mild, amusing suggestions. They bend laws, they break massive promises, they cut corners, and absolutely nothing happens to them because they possess the resources, the money, and the connections to completely insulate themselves from the fallout. The rules were designed specifically to keep you predictable and easy to manage. I am not advising you to become a common, chaotic criminal. I am advising you to stop wearing your blind obedience like a badge of honor. Good people finish last, not because they are inherently good, but because they are voluntarily playing a highly competitive game where their opponent completely burned the rule book on day one. Stop handicapping yourself for a society that does not care if you survive. And now for shift number 5. I want you to look around your inner circle right now. Look very, very closely. Your true enemies are not the people screaming at you across the street. Your most dangerous, lethal enemies are currently pretending to be your absolute best friends. You cannot be betrayed by a stranger in a dark alley. Betrayal requires the key to the front door, and you handed it to them with a massive, naive smile on your face. The people who desperately want to undermine you, compete with you, and steal your peace do not announce their intentions with a villain's monologue. They disguise themselves in deep sympathy. They hug you when you fail. They get close enough to learn exactly where your emotional armor is weak. They celebrate your minor victories, but I want you to watch their eyes very carefully when you truly, massively succeed. You will see the flash of raw envy. You will see the friendly mask slip for just a fraction of a second. You must become incredibly, ruthlessly selective about who you allow into your proximity, because proximity is supreme danger. Stop assuming a polite smile and a pat on the back equals genuine, bulletproof loyalty. They are just gathering intelligence, waiting for the perfect moment to use your secrets as ammunition. Shift number 6. This one is going to significantly hurt your feelings, but it will save your life. Weakness aggressively invites attack. Modern society loves to tell you to be vulnerable. The internet tells you to bleed openly in the public square, to tell everyone about your trauma and your deepest insecurities because it makes you brave and authentic. Do not do it. It is a trap. You are swimming in an ocean entirely filled with hungry sharks, and you are voluntarily pouring buckets of blood directly into the water. When you broadcast your weaknesses, you are handing a fully loaded weapon to predators and politely drawing a bright red target directly on your own chest. They will listen to your sad stories. They will nod sympathetically. They will file your insecurities away in their minds, and they will absolutely weaponize them the exact second it benefits their personal agenda. Hide your struggles. Solve your complex problems in the complete dark. Cry when you are absolutely alone in your room and the door is securely locked. In public, in front of them, you show absolutely nothing but impenetrable, terrifying, cold strength. Because in this brutal, unapologetic world, people respect monsters far more than they will ever respect victims. If you look like prey, you will be eaten. It really is that simple. And finally, shift number 7, the ultimate crushing realization that ties this entire psychological nightmare together. You are in a highly competitive game, whether you actually want to play or not. You think you can just sit quietly on the sidelines. You think by refusing to be manipulative, by refusing to be highly strategic, you are somehow floating above the chaos on a cloud of moral superiority. You are dead wrong. Refusing to play the game does not take you off the board. It just guarantees that you are someone else's disposable pawn. While you are busy trying to be a nice, compliant, authentic person, someone else is actively positioning themselves to take your resources, your money, and your opportunities. They are building complex alliances. They are manipulating decision makers. They are moving the pieces across the board while you are standing entirely still. If you do not actively play your own strategic game, you are mathematically guaranteed to lose theirs. Stop being incredibly passive. Stop sitting around waiting for the universe to hand you a magical prize for enduring suffering. Open your eyes, look at the board, calculate your next 3 moves with clinical sociopathic precision. These 7 shifts have just permanently altered your brain chemistry. You see the world differently now. You see people entirely differently. You see the invisible strings attached to the limbs of everyone around you. You see the cold, calculating mechanics of human nature operating behind all those fake, painted smiles. You cannot unsee this. You cannot go back to being naive. You are dangerously smart now. And I need you to understand that this specific knowledge is going to make you feel incredibly lonely. You are going to look around the room and realize that the vast majority of people are still fast asleep. They still think people mean what they say. They still think the world is fundamentally fair. They still believe their friends are completely loyal. And you cannot explain this to them because they do not want to wake up. They want to stay comfortable. They infinitely prefer the beautiful lie over the ugly truth. If you try to show them the strings, they will call you cynical. They will call you dark. They will call you crazy. Because seeing reality clearly looks like absolute insanity to people who are completely committed to staying blind. But you are not crazy. You are heavily informed. You are realistic. You are dangerous. Dangerous because you can no longer be lied to. Dangerous because you can no longer be controlled by guilt trips or societal expectations. You see the entire game. You see the players. You see the moves before they even make them. Now you have a massive choice to make. Do you use this dark intelligence to simply protect yourself and hide in the shadows? Or do you finally use it to go on the offensive, flip the table, and win? Do you just avoid the traps they set for you? Or do you start setting a few of your own? That is entirely up to you. But what you absolutely cannot do is go back to sleep. You know the punchline now. So tell me, what is your next move?